It's the stuff of nightmare. A dark figure lurking in the corner of the room watching you with eyes that seem to glow in the darkness. Some call them shadow people, others know them as the black-eyed children. Whatever you choose to call them, they've been part of human folklore for centuries. The earliest known reference to shadow people comes from ancient Egyptian mythology. According to the legend, the god of chaos and darkness, Set, was often depicted as a shadowy figure lurking in the corner of tombs and temples. He was said to be the embodiment of all that was evil and malevolent in the world, and his shadowy presence was said to strike fear into the hearts of even the bravest of men. Over the centuries, the idea of a shadowy figure lurking in the darkness has appeared in many different cultures and legends. In medieval Europe, tales of shadowy spirits called the Tenebrae were common. These spirits were said to be the souls of the dead condemned to wander the earth until they could find a way to escape their shadowy existence. In the modern era, reports of shadow people have taken on a decidedly more ominous tone. Eyewitness accounts describe these dark figures as being able to move at incredible speed, often disappearing into thin air when confronted. They are said to be able to take on a human-like shape, but their features are always obscured by darkness or shadow. One of the most intriguing aspects of shadow people sightings is the consistency of the reports. Witnesses describe seeing the same basic figure with its dark features, shape, and glowing eyes. Some have even claimed to have been physically touched by these shadowy beings, leaving behind a sense of cold and dread that lasts for a long time after the encounter. But what are these shadow people really? Some believe that they're the embodiment of our own fears and anxiety, taking shape in the darkness to prey on our weaknesses. Others suggest that they're interdimensional beings, able to move through time and space with ease, and still others believe that they're a kind of manifestation of the human soul, taking on physical form when we're at our most vulnerable. Whatever the explanation, one thing is certain: shadow people are here to stay. They've been part of our cultural consciousness for centuries, and they show no signs of disappearing anytime soon. So, the next time you find yourself alone in the dark, keep an eye out for the shadowy figures lurking in the corners of your room. You never know when they might make their presence known. Now, not all of you will agree with me on this, and that's cool. You can believe what you want. I don't demand that people agree with me, but I put this as a second part of the video because it's just what I want to do. If you think I'm wrong or don't agree or whatever, that's fine, like I've just said. But anyway, whatever. As a Christian, I believe that shadow people are real and that they are the spirits of the Nephilim, the ancient giants mentioned in the Bible. According to the book of Genesis, the Nephilim were the offspring of the sons of God and the daughters of men, and they were known for their great size and strength. The Nephilim were destroyed in the great flood, but their spirits continued to wander the earth, trapped in a kind of limbo between life and death. Those who have encountered shadow people often describe them as having a malevolent and oppressive energy. They seem to feed on fear and negative emotions, using them to sustain their existence. However, as a Christian, we have the power of faith and spiritual warfare on our side. We can defeat shadow people by invoking the name of Jesus. The name of Jesus is a powerful tool in spiritual warfare, and by calling on his power, we can banish those entities and drive them away. That's more than just a tool, but whatever. ChatGPT has written this and the first part, so just so you know. We must remain vigilant and steadfast in our faith, knowing that the power of Christ is stronger than any force in this world. The Bible tells us in John 1:4, that greater is he that is in you than is in the world. With the power of Christ in us, we can overcome the darkness that surrounds us and banish the shadow people from our lives. In conclusion, as a Christian, we must remain vigilant in our faith and not be afraid of the shadow people. We have the power of Christ on our side, and by invoking his name we can defeat these malevolent entities and drive them away. Let us stand firm in our faith and trust in the power of Christ to protect us from evil. That's the end of that. I've had experiences anyway, many's maybe overstating it, but I've had quite a few experiences at night when I've woke up at 5-6 times at least in this house, but more in the other one. Anyway, I'm not getting into all of it. I made other videos about that. Where I woke up and there's been something in the corner, and when it first started happening, to be honest, it was years ago, and I wasn't as confident in what I was saying, so it wouldn't go. But over time, when I saw it working and I became stronger in my beliefs, it'd go quicker. So I'd say, in Jesus Christ's name I command you to leave, and it would leave. And eventually I'd say it once and it would go. But when you first see it and you don't, you just look at it this way, think of it this: you're asleep in bed, you wake up, you know there's something wrong. This is what happened to me the first time. You know something's going on, but you don't know what. You can feel like there's some kind of strangeness in the room, like it may be a presence. Well, you don't know to start with that it's a presence, but that's what it is. So then you look around the room, and then eventually this is how it happened to me. There was one corner that was really dark because of the way the light came in and everything, and I'm just looking at it, and it's like I could see something just slightly swaying like that. I know you know what swaying looks like. And then I could see it, and it was something that was darker than the actual darkness in the corner of the room. Now, I've talked about this loads of times, so I don't want to really go on and on and on about it, but that was the first time I saw it, and then it kept happening again and again and again, and then eventually, like I say, because my belief became stronger, it would go. But I think what really made it happen is, years ago, I was told if this kind of thing happens to ask God to send an angel. I didn't know, and obviously the person who told me this didn't know, that you're not supposed to do that because you're opening up the door to anything, really, basically, that wants to pretend to be an angel. Because demonic things and fallen angels, obviously a fallen angel is an angel, but demonic things will pretend to be angels, and fallen angels can pretend to be good angels. Satan, for example, is said to be able to appear as an angel of light. How would you know? So that's why you're not supposed to. It says in the Bible not to pray for intercession from anybody but Jesus. That's why, because how would you know? These things are as older than the earth. The Nephilim aren't, but fallen angels are older than the earth. So they're very intelligent, more intelligent than most human beings, but probably all human beings actually, not to undersell it. So to think that they wouldn't be able to outsmart you is kind of stupid, really, I think, because they obviously would be able to do. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I have talked about this in other videos. If you want to go back and look, you can find it. Anyway, enough. So tell me what you think of this video in the comment section, please. And if you liked it enough, give it a thumbs up. And if you did get this far, hopefully you did like it. And if you didn't, and even if you didn't, fair enough, that's fine. But if you did, thanks for watching. Or even if you didn't, if you got this far, thanks for watching. Anyway, I'm going on and on now. Thanks for watching, and bye for now. Bye.